Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Commodities Update video. And today we'll be looking at natural gas, UNG US dollar, gold, oil, and silver. And if you guys are looking for the stock market update video, I did that yesterday where I did the Qs as well as the 7 mega cap techs, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and NVIDIA. Check the previous video out. And let's get started with the commodities. So we're looking at natural gas on the 1 hour time frame. And make sure to click this B80J contract thing down here, adjusting your contract so there's no contract gaps on the charts. And let's take a look. So we're pretty much just chopping in this channel here. See, this is the resistance and this is the support. So this is pretty much our shorter term guide, whereas currently just rejecting off of this resistance. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's bouncing off of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's likely going to continue to do that until it breaks either here or here. And currently we are still in a 4 hour uptrend. So we go to the 4 hour time frame up here. And you can see that we have been just kind of grinding up slowly. And no sign, it hasn't broken the 4 hour uptrend yet. You can see every time we go up, makes a higher low, higher high, higher low. Every time the low is higher than the prior low. That's what a trend is. Just see, keeps going every time. As long as it keeps on making the higher lows and then makes higher highs, bulls are in shorter term control at this moment. And the next level of resistance I'm looking at is pretty much just this structure right here. It's been chopping around this structure, right? You can see we tried to break above this 2.455 level for 3 times, couldn't get over it, and then we bounced off of this level around this 2.31 for like 4 times, and then ended up being a bear break after that. So this is a level that I want to see bulls break above. So if we continue to make those higher lows, form those 4 hour uptrends, and then I want to see a break above here. That would be the best case scenario for bulls. And for bears, first step, break this 4 hour pivot. This is the last pivot that is set. You can see this higher low here being set, and then this higher high. So the bears can first break below that, then they lose the 4 hour uptrend. So once they lose the 4 hour uptrend for the bulls, then bears can start to shape up that 4 hour downtrend if they do that, if they make that lower high here. So we'll see. So bulls continue to grind up, see if we can break this 2.458. Bears break this pivot. They need to break this 2.27 first, and then they break this pivot. Then we'll be looking back down to this last level of support, where they we bounce off of it 4 times. All right, let's take a look at UNG. And if you guys want to learn more about techno analysis as well as how to trade better psychologically, and if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, check out the Patreon link on YouTube and become a consistent trader. All right, let's take a look at UNG. So UNG, similar idea. We are testing this level already. So if NatGas can make another leg up and come back above to retest this area and break to this 2.45, then UNG is going to likely break above this level of resistance and potentially test this black line, which is the longer term resistance overall. You can see it goes all the way back to forever. Anyways, yeah. It goes all the way back to 2023, October. See rejection here and another rejection here, another rejection here. So that's just the longer term resistance. We're coming to an end of kind of like this falling wedge, this incredibly big falling wedge pattern. Although it can go to all the way to like, November, but it doesn't have to go to the end of the pattern, right? It doesn't have to go all the way here. Once it gets too tight, right, it will likely break one way or the other. Similar idea to natural gas too. Natural gas has one that has been chopping for a very long time. So show you guys here. Similar idea here, right? This is the weekly time frame. So this is the natural gas one, and you can see it's been bouncing off of support probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times already on the weekly time frame, and it's been rejecting from here as well for many times. So Let's see if it can break above higher. For now, 4-hour uptrend is intact, and the bulls are in control in terms of the shorter term time frame for now. All right, let's take a look at US dollar. So we're getting a rate cut this week on Wednesday. Right now, it's pricing in the 50-50 for 25 basis point or 50 basis point. It's currently 50-50. So if we get a 50 cut, this is going to be a bear flag. So this will be a weekly bear flag, and then it will head lower. Confirm if we get that 50 cut. If we get that 25 cut, I would say we might bounce. We'll have to see how it ends up trading. But if we get that 50 cut, we're definitely going to come from that bear flag on the weekly time frame. See, weekly, right? Perfect bear flag right here, straight down, and it's chopping right here, flagging up currently. And because of the fundamentals, right, the more cuts there is, the more weaker the dollar going to be. So if we get that bigger cut, it's likely going to be a bear break. Yeah, so let's see how it ends up breaking out. All right, let's see here. Oil. Oil is okay. So it broke out to the bear side on that equilibrium we talked about last week, right? This tiny range that's been tightening up for many years. Let's go to the weekly. It's more clear. So you can see resistance, support. Big go up, big go down. Every move, next move is going to be smaller than the prior move. And then we got to here, and we finally got that bear break right there from this tiny range, right? Because each move is always within the prior move, and then now it finally broke. We did get some follow through all the way down here to this 66 zone, which is this cluster of support right here. Right, you can see very clear. A lot of volume traded in this zone. See how much sideways we have here? And then just pretty much bounce off of that lower range of that sideways action at the 66.4 support. And we back tested this prior support, now acting as resistance. So that's a good sign for the bears. And let's see if they can continue to bring this lower after this rejection. So they can reject here and they continue that daily downtrend. Then we'll may likely potentially break down to the 65 zone. We'll have to see. If they break back above here, then this is likely a bear break, lacking some follow through here. But oil is an instrument that likes to stay in its range overall in the longer run. And unless there is some catalyst overall, but you can see very clear. It likes to be in its range overall. Doesn't go too much out of it. All right, let's take a look at gold. All-time high. So I talked about this last week as well, and the week prior, and all the weeks before, saying that don't fight anything that's on all-time highs. Yeah, especially when it's forming structures along the way, right? This was the first all-time high, and then it formed a structure, literally consolidated just sideways, meaning forming supports along the way. Breaks out again, forms more support along the way. Breaks out again, form more support along the way. So that's exactly what the bulls want to see. And now it breaks out again. There's no resistance above us, so we'll have to see what it gives. Just like when we first break out, there is no resistance above us, and we want to see what it gives us. So currently, no signs of red flags at this given moment. As long as it keeps on building sideways structures and then break above it, more sideways structures break above it, there's no signs of red flags. Unless bears can start to break down and break through these sideways structures, then there may potentially be more downside. But for now, absolute zero signs of that. So we don't want to be just predicting where the top's going to be, right? You could have nailed the top right here, right? And then you come down, either you take some profit or not. The next thing you know, it stops you out, right? If you never put your stop above here, it forms a new all-time high. And what are the chances that you would nail the top here? Pretty darn low, right? So that's why we don't try to nail tops or bottoms in terms of trading. Because even sometimes you nailed it, your reward isn't even that high. You just get like a small counter trying to move, and then next thing you know, the trend's back to its some original trend. And silver is looking a lot better. So for the last 2 days, it's outperforming gold after that breakout. So it's been relatively weak this entire way down until the last 2 days. So if silver continues to break out from here, then we might get a little bit more upside with gold as well. So we'll have to see if silver continues its breakout. Looks like its first weekly uptrend as well. Yeah, big bounce, weekly higher low being set, higher high, first weekly uptrend we've seen since this drawback down here. It's been a while, since May, so a couple months. So that is it's a decent move here. So what I'll be looking at is when this breaks out, you want to break above this level, this 31.4, and then break above this 32.5 for a clear breakout. Those are the first two targets for the bulls. And if they can break above those two resistance, then we're looking back up to potentially 34 again. For bears, you want to see a straight rejection right from here and then go a little bit lower and then potentially come back to retest this 27.8 range. That's the most ideal scenario for bears. All right, let's go for you guys. Commodities, check out the stock market of the video yesterday if you guys are looking for that. And have a great rest of you guys' weekend. And feel free to check out the YouTube channels as well as the Patreon links. And I'll see you guys either midweek next week or on the weekend, depending on how busy I am. All right, have a good one.